Hello again, this is Findus and I'm continuing my playthrough slash guide on the Dwarf Fortress. And this is just when I have finished my embarked on a place which is very similar to the one I chose in the map, with clay and thick vegetation and thick forestation and everything like that. The first thing you have to do is to actually freeze the game when you get in, and you do that by pressing the space key. And this is because the dwarves over time get thirsty and they get hungry and they get tired, and that's why you want to freeze the game in between when you're making new orders and giving you opening up new zones that they'll dig out and stuff like that. After freezing the game, the next thing you probably want to do is to remove this big map here on the right side, and this is because you probably aren't going to use it while playing through the game. At least you aren't going to use it very much. And you remove this map by pushing tab 2 times, like so. And now this big screen here on the left, the one we're actually going to the game is playing in, is much bigger, which makes it much easier to see everything. You can also zoom in and out with the mouse wheel like this, which makes the map on the right even more redundant, I think. Maybe on some computers the zooming out that much might cause huge FPS lag, but on my computer at least it doesn't. The next thing you want to do is you're probably confused by all of these small symbols everywhere and what the dwarfs are and what all of the stuff on the map is, and that's and the easiest way to look at what something is on the map is by pressing the letter K, giving this little cursor here, which you can move around with the arrow keys, and the thing that the cursor is pointed at will be described on the right side here. Some things have no description and need no description, like an oak. If it's written oak here, it's a full-grown tree, an oak. Some things, however, need a description, like this is the buffalo you get when you embark. You can also get loads of other carrying animals. I think you only get 2 carrying animals, and those 2 carrying animals you can't decide which ones they are. I'll go into them later. But if it's written with a white text over here, you can click on it with enter and watch some more information about just that thing. In this case, the buffalo. If there are several things on the cursor, you can use the plus and minus key to decide which ones you're going to click on. Let's see. One thing worth mentioning is that the water here, most dwarves in the game can't swim, which means that you need to build a bridge sooner or later over the river, since it's blocking off the whole right side here. And I'll go into that later, I think. Something else, yeah. The whole game is in 3D, which means not the graphics in 3D, but the whole game setting is in 3D, which means we got this to the section here, which is in which only has the measurements here and here, but you can also go deeper into, you can go down into the map and you can go up into the map, and you do that through, I think the easiest way is Control 5 to go down and Shift 5 to go up, like so. We'll very quickly do this automatically, I think. All this black here is inside or underground, I mean, under this hill, and we don't know what's inside that. The only way to know is to actually dig in with your miners and see what's inside here. Something else worth mentioning? Yes, the first time you're embarking, you probably want to see what kind of animals and creatures there are inside this area you're in. You can also do it later on when there's an attack, so you can see how many of them there are and stuff like that. And to check all the units, creatures and everything, you need to press the letter U. It's important that it's not the capital letter U, because that's probably shortcut for something else. And the first thing you see here is the 7 dwarfs you start out with. The 2 miners, the carpenter, the woodcutter, the mason, the farmer, and the expedition leader, which is also the broker and doctor, I think. If you press the right key, you go to the next section here with pets and livestock, and you will see the 2 cats and 2 dogs, and you also see the 2 carrying animals you get when you embark. And you always get 2 carrying animals. They can be of the same they can be the same type of creature, both of them, but sometimes they aren't. And like you see here, they are bulls, which means they're both male. They can be of any sex, but in this case they're both male, which is annoying. I think if I got a female buffalo, I could have breeded them a bit, but you can never decide with them, so I guess it's alright. The others here are all the creatures that aren't yours. They are all wild. You can also see evil creatures here, I think, like goblins and stuff like that, and probably the friendly traders are either here or in the citizens section here, I think, when you first start out. I think all of these blue creatures here are underwater, and they are all fishes, I think, different types of fishes. Carps used to be really dangerous, but they aren't anymore. They will only interrupt your fishing dwarves. They won't kill them, I think. Alligator, snapping turtle is actually a turtle and not the alligator, I think, which means that it's pretty harmless. There's also the 4th section here, which shows all your missing and dead domesticated animals or dwarves, which right now it's, since nothing has gone missing and no one's dead, there's nothing here, but later on there will be loads of them here, I think, depending on the attacking forces. Let's see now. Yes, I think I'll go on making orders in the next clip, so I'll see you then.